Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to part 3 of reading the Magic Items book. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Today we're starting off with amulet / boots / cloak / earring / tattoo / ring. It can be any of those of advantage. The wielder / user of this item gains advantage on any 3 attacks or saves against danger of their choice every 24 hours. Additionally, for the cost of 1 combat point, the wielder of this item may gift 1 friendly creature that is within a 15-foot radius of this item's wielder with advantage that they can use on any one of their attacks or saves within the next 24 hours. The next one is amulet / earring / ring of time. The wearer or user of this item can stop time, allowing them to take 1+ additional turns in combat, their choice, immediately after their current turn / turn's end. Once this item has been used to make the wielder / user gain a number of additional turns equal to 10 additional turns, it disintegrates and turns to ash. Next is coins / earrings / gems, rings, stones of friendship. This item is a set of 2 coins, earrings, gems, rings, stones, etc. Each must be wielded / used by a different creature. While they are within a 120-foot radius of each other, you both gain a +5 bonus to all saves against danger, and you can both speak to each other telepathically. Next is amulet, earring, tattoo, ring, etc. of emotions. For the cost of 1 combat point and 3 times per long rest, you can touch 1 creature within 5 feet of you. The creature must make a will save against danger equal to your highest spell danger check. On a successful save, the creature takes 1d10 plus ham psychological. On a failed save, the creature takes 2d10 plus ham psychological, and it instantly feels whatever you feel, whether it is sadness, anger, frustration, etc., or any other emotion. If the creature's current health points are at half or less than its health point maximum, then the creature automatically fails the save, and they take an additional 1d10 psychological, in addition to the other effects from this item. Next is Last Resort Cannon, which is a +1 through 5 magical weapon. For the cost of 3 combat points, once per long rest, you can fire this cannon. This cannon takes 2 hands to hold and fire. When fired, the cannon shoots out a 30-foot wide by 120-foot long line, pure magic, beam of magic. Any creature in this affected area takes 5d10 plus your total character level plus your highest ability score magical damage, and must make a fortitude save on a against your highest spell save. On a successful save, the creature is pushed back up to 50 feet in a direction of your choice away from you. On a failed save, the creature is pushed back up to 100 feet in a direction away from you and is knocked prone until the end of your next turn. If a creature's maximum health points are at half or less, then this item deals double damage to that creature. Next is Shielding Gloves. You gain a +2 to your deflection bonus. Additionally, you gain a +2 to all of your saves against danger. Next is the Portable Log Cabin. For the cost of 3 combat points, you can throw this tiny 1 inch by 1 inch piece of wood into a clear space that is at least 20 foot wide by 30 feet tall. This item then transforms into a 20 foot wide by 30 foot tall log cabin with 2 floors. The first floor has a 15 foot living space and a 5 foot bathroom. The second floor has a 10 foot kitchen and a 10 foot training room. The 4 walls have an ADR of 20 and 50 health points each. The roof has an ADR of 20 and 50 health points. If 2 or more walls break, then the cabin crumbles. If the roof breaks, then all the walls take 25 damage, and any creature inside must make a reflex save against danger check 20. On a successful save, the creature is not trapped under the wooden rubble, but still takes 1d10 bludgeoning damage. On a failed save, the creature takes 2d10 bludgeoning damage as the roof collapses on top of them, knocking them prone until another creature sets them free by using 3 combat points to move the broken wood away. If the cabin crumbles, it turns back into a piece of wood. If the cabin breaks in any way, you can not use it for 1 week while it repairs itself. You can change the cabin back into a piece of wood for the cost of 1 combat point. Next is Gemstone of Trickery. This gemstone is just that, a gemstone, but when 1,200 feet or further away, the gemstone teleports back into the user's hand. You may trade this gemstone as normal as many times as you like, as long as you have at least one hand free. Once you're 1,200 or more feet away, it will return to you, leaving a piece of chocolate in its place. While you are holding or carrying this gemstone, you can spend 15 mana points in order to teleport to one unoccupied space that you can see within 60 feet. Next is Earrings of Communication. This set of 2 earrings must be wielded or used by 2 different creatures. One creature can not wield both while within 10 feet per both creatures' total character levels of either of the creatures wearing or carrying the other earring. You may both communicate telepathically with each other. Stealth Belt. While wearing this item, you gain a +2 to your dodge bonus, and you gain a +5 to all of your stealth checks. Next is Splitting Dagger, +1 through 5. Magical weapon, 1d8 plus ham magical piercing damage per dagger, and then 3 times per short or long rest. For the cost of 2 combat points, you can throw the dagger at one creature within 60 feet of you. Upon targeting a creature and throwing this item, you can spend 10 mana points, making the dagger split into 3 daggers. You must make an attack for each of these daggers separately. Next is the Flute of Rats, which is one of our current characters we're playing, Lily's ability. And 3 times per short or long rest. For the cost of 3 combat points, you can play the flute to summon 3 rats with a CL creature level of 3 or less. The rats last until their health points become 0. While in combat, you must spend 1 combat point on each of your turns in order to command all of the rats, or they become no longer allied to you for this summoning. While out of combat, you need not spend any amount of combat points in order to command all of the rats. Next is Healing Health Tattoo. You gain a +1 to all of your saves against danger. Additionally, 3 times per long rest. For the cost of 1 combat point, you can touch 1 creature, and that creature regains an amount of health points equal to 2d10 plus ham. Next is Healing Mana. You gain a +2 to all of your saves against danger. Additionally, 3 times per long rest for 1 combat point, you can touch a creature and heal that creature for an amount of mana points equal to 2d10 plus ham. Next is Amulet, Boots, Cloak, Earrings, Tattoo, Ring, etc. of Teleportation. 3 times per long rest for the cost of 1 combat point, you can teleport to any unoccupied space that is within 120 feet of you. And next is one of my favorite items, the Crystallized Heart of the first King and Queen. There is only 1 crystallized heart of the first king and 1 crystallized heart of the first queen in existence. These items permanently replace the heart of the wielder or user. Any spell that you cast can now target and affect any creature, even creatures that are resistant and or immune to that magical effect, magical ability, etc. You can cast all of your known spells without using any combat points and without the use of any mana points. The spells save against danger checks for your spells are not negatively affected by this. Additionally, whenever you cast a spell, you can now combine a number of spells equal to your highest ability modifier together simultaneously as if they were a single spell. The new spell gains all the damage and the effects of each individual spell used to create it. In addition, the heart consistently surrounds you in a death magic aura out to a range of 10 feet per total character level, plus 5 additional feet for each 1 point of your highest ability score. This death magic aura is considered a natural ability and does not affect your spells, spell-like abilities, magical effects, magical items, magical weapons, armor, objects, etc. Any spells, spell-like abilities, magical abilities, magical effects, magical items, magical weapons, magical armor, magical objects, etc. that are/is within this aura's affected area automatically cease to function until it leaves the radius of this aura. This death magic aura is permanent and cannot cease to function in any way other than the wielder or user deactivating it. No combat points required. If you deactivate this, then you can reactivate it. No combat points required. Next is Amulet, Cloak, Earring, Tattoo, etc. of the elements. The wielder gains resistance to one of the following damage types of their choice: fire, earth, air, water, lightning, light, dark. Additionally, you can now deal an additional 1d10 plus ham magical damage of the chosen resisted type on all of your attacks. Next is Tattoo of Health Empowerment. Upon gaining this item for the first time, you permanently gain 2d10 or 20 plus ham health points added to your health point pool, increasing its maximum. Additionally, 3 times per long rest if you are out of health points, but you have at least 1 mana point, then you can choose to skip your next turn in order to convert any amount of mana points into health points, 1 health point per each 2 mana points spent in this way. And then Tattoo of Mana Empowerment, which is the exact opposite. Upon gaining it for the first time, you gain 2d10 or 20 plus ham health points added to your mana pool, increasing its maximum. Additionally, 3 times per long rest if you are out of mana points but still have at least 1 health point, then you can choose to skip your next turn in order to convert any amount of health points into mana points, 1 mana point per 2 health points. And then next is Gloves of Transformation. 3 times per long rest for the cost of 3 combat points. You can touch one creature within 5 feet of you and transform into a perfect copy of that creature for a number of hours equal to 1 hour per total character level, or until the new health point or mana points reach 0, whichever comes first. And then next, we've got another one of my favorite items, the Genome Storing Needles. This item is a set of 5 needles. If you are currently wielding or carrying at least one of these needles, then you gain a permanent +2 to all of your intimidation checks. If you're wielding or carrying 3 of these needles, then you gain a permanent +2 on all of your danger checks. If you're currently wielding or wearing all 5, then you gain a permanent +3 to all of your saves against danger. You gain a +5 to all damage made with these items for each 1 out of 5 of these needles that you are currently wielding or carrying. These items deal 5 or 1d4 or 1d6 plus ham magical light +5 or 1d4 or 1d6 magical dark. These items have a throw range of 5 through 60 feet. You can attack with all of these needles from this item set that you are currently wielding or carrying for the cost of 1 combat point. The damage from these items is unpreventable, in addition to bypassing a creature's resistances and immunities. Each of these needles emit a faint black and orange glow. This glow constantly sheds either bright light in a 10-foot radius around you per needle that you are currently wielding or carrying. You can change this from light to dark at any time for the cost of 1 combat points. If the bright light is active, then any hostile creature that enters this radius on a turn, any hostile creature that starts its turn in this affected radius, and or any hostile creature that ends its turn in this affected radius must make a fortitude save equal to your highest spell save. On a successful danger check, the creature becomes blinded until the end of their next turn. On a failed save, the creature becomes blinded for a number of minutes equal to 1, or a number of hours equal to 1 hour per 1 out of 5 of these needles that you are currently wielding or using. If the dark fog is active, you gain a +2 to all of your saves against danger per needle that you are currently wielding or carrying, and you gain advantage on all of your attacks against any creature within this radius. Additionally, any creature within this radius has a -2 per needle that you are currently wielding or carrying on all of their saves against danger and all of their attacks made at disadvantage with additionally, these items store the genome of all creatures killed by them within themselves. Each needle can be inserted into an egg, womb, creature, etc. in order to fuse the creature's DNA with one stored genome, leading to the birth/creation of a hybrid. In addition, as an uninterrupted 2-hour in-game ritual, the wielder or user of at least one of these may insert at least one needle into themselves, gaining 3 per needle gaining 3 per needle used in this way. Abilities, features, and or traits for each creature's DNA that is stored within that needle. Once the genome of a creature has been used one time, it must be replaced. And then that will be the last one that we read for today's video. Tomorrow we will pick up with the Gloves of Persuasion. Thank you all. Like, subscribe, and join us next time on more Magic Item Adventures.